I could teach them at home, and I'm doing the best that I can, but there's nothing like, a person that's paid to do that. That's their profession.
Tonight from parents as school districts in Marion County get the okay to reopen, but the biggest district in the area, IPS, says not so fast.
Yeah, and restaurant owners are worried that they'll have to permanently close if they don't get more financial relief soon.
All this as approval for the Pfizer vaccine is recommended by an FDA panel. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Phil Sanchez.
And I'm Sierra Hignite. We've got team coverage for you tonight, and we begin with News 8's Demi Johnson, who's live for us. Demi?
Yeah, county health officials say their decision was based off two things. The first, school-age kids have not been major contributors to the overall rise in cases in the county. And the second, the CDC's new isolation recommendations. For many kids in Marion County, a warm December day in 2020 means finishing up online classes a little early to get outside and play.
As a matter of fact, we just got out of virtual school.
Sheila Springfield says while it hasn't been all bad, she still believes lessons are best taught face-to-face.
There's nothing like looking into a teacher's eye and the teacher looking into the children's eye, and that in-person thing, you can't replace that with virtual. You just can't.
Soon, many kids in Marion County will have that experience again. The Marion County Health Department Thursday changed its order and will allow schools to reopen January 4th, 2 weeks ahead of schedule. Dr. Virginia Kane says elementary through high school students have not played a major role in overall community spread.
The students and staff can be socially distanced, but masks will be required to be worn by staff and students in third grade and above. And this is probably the most important point of all. Any parent, any student, and teachers are recommended to avoid any unnecessary contact outside of their household at least 10 days prior to the January the 4th return.
Parents like Jessica Key worry with cases climbing, the decision to return may be premature.
You just can't be too careful, in my opinion. You just can't.
She made the choice early on to keep her daughter virtual for the entire semester.
She's only in kindergarten, so I just thought the back and forth is too much.
As much as she believes being back at school is best for her daughter, with so many unknowns, she's not ready to take the risk.
Virtual learning, being on a computer all day, certainly for the little ones, that's not ideal. And so I understand the want to get the kids, back into school full time. But at the same time, this virus is pretty dangerous.
Going back to school on the 4th is not a requirement. Indianapolis Public Schools already saying they'll stick to their original plan and not return until January 19th. Live at IPS headquarters, Demi Johnson, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Demi, thank you. The mayor also had strong words for Congress and their inaction since they passed the CARES Act. It comes at a time when more restaurants say that they have months or even weeks left before they have to close for good. Wish TV's Dan Klein joins us live on the east end of Mass Ave, where one restaurant owner says that additional relief would be a great help. Dan?
Yeah, these last few weeks of December are crucial for so many restaurants like Rooster's Kitchen, because January and February are typically the slowest months of the year for eateries, and that's without a pandemic. But without help, more will not make it to March. Cleaning was an all-day job for Ross Katz, owner at Rooster's Kitchen. He's been closed for a week after an employee tested positive.
Every time I hear the phone ring, it kills me inside.
He's taking advantage of the federal PPP loan, the city's rent abatement program, and every other grant or loan he could find.
It's just keeping us afloat at this point.
How long does he have left?
That's a hard question. It's a really hard question to ask. Months, maybe. Yeah, and we've really tried to hold out as long as we could, but it's come down to the fact that we won't be around much longer if we don't start making tough decisions.
Trying to keep the places that make Indy special open.
Down the street, there's a few people wearing coats and jackets and having a drink or dinner outside, like Erin Houchin at the Mass Avenue Pub, a former server and bartender herself.
It hurts because, we can't support everybody. So, trying to be a good patron, kind of feels stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Unconscionable.
Earlier in the day, Mayor Joe Hogsett
I am left with no other way to describe it
with strong words for Congress's lack of further action.
Other than deadly.
Houchin believes they should act.
Absolutely.
As does Katz, who would love to see a similar PPP bill go through, this time with more restrictions to help small businesses, especially ones in struggling sectors like food. He says action now will have a large ripple effect.
It's the government's job to step in and help us do that. So ensuring that my employees have a job to come back to, making sure that my business is still here and my wife and I can still pay our mortgage.
Ross Katz says if you want to help, buy local, and if you're getting takeout or delivery, buy directly from the restaurant if you can. He tells me those third-party apps take about 30% of the order. Reporting live on Mass Ave, Dan Klein, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.